Okay, guys, you just told us, literally, we just posted the news. Then 30 minutes later, Bungie decides to release a new Bungie ViDoc on the vision of Marathon with a release date and everything and the cost. So let's watch the trailer together, shall we? What the hell? 22 minute 56. Jesus. Okay.
They're really trying to push it.
They're really trying to get us to like Marathon. Okay, well, apparently this is the trailer that's going to convince everybody of how awesome the game is and get us totally hyped. Are you ready to get totally hyped, Joe?
For something else? Yes.
Let's go. Wait, no, for this.
No.
Well, Bungie says, can you?
Bungie says a lot of things.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I don't know if this is going to get copyright claimed. I'm doing this live. I'll put a big copyright claim in front of it if it does.
Sony likes to copyright claim everything.
I can't even drop the audio. So we're doing this for a chat. Come hang out with us at twitch.tv/AngryJoe show. But if it does, then I guess I have to record the whole thing offline and just repeat our reactions. But okay, but we're going to try it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Ready? And 3, 2, 1. Go.
Really doesn't want you.
Why does it start halfway in?
Do you have to play?
Or auto playing. Okay, capture PC. I got subtitles on. Okay, we got to get the audio right.
The point of an extraction shooter is that you're challenged to even survive in this world.
Y'all hear good?
We
got to survive?
Whoa! The point. That's the point.
The world didn't feel lived in.
The world didn't feel lived
Cal City
in.
4 to us is this place that really doesn't want you.
That's the thing. One thing I don't think it will be good on.
I mean, at least I immediately have something in common with the world where it's like I don't want me there either.
I don't feel lived in. It don't feel lived in. I think I'm gonna pause it so that we can hear the things and we can react live. So yeah, Joe, you're right. It will be an hour long.
Yes, it is.
Maybe more than that. All right, Julia Nardine, creative director. It's a she, her.
I feel like there is something sinister underneath the surface, even when the colors are really bright.
You should not be here.
We want to marry the classic Bungie game feel, where you are blasting
just as a friend,
stuff
though.
in the face and it feels amazing, with the sort of high of the survival genre.
If you want good loot, you have to go to places where you're taking risks, either risks from other players or risks from AI.
So we have all
I'm
these.
still not a fan of this art.
Yeah, if you want good look, you go to the high traffic areas. That's the same in every extraction shooter. But, you know, what kind of good loot do you think that Marathon can come up with?
New stickers for your gun.
Neon blocks purple?
Yeah.
Neon blocks blue?
Pink wig.
Tools now work
wig.
with Prox Chat and the way the game works and sort of how tense it is.
They've got scabs,
work together really well.
Tarkov, Arena Breakout. There's your special abilities we just saw. That seems like a very helpful one. Just a Hadouken blast.
Sorry.
And here we're crawling away, so you can be in a downed state. Now, one of the things in Arc Raiders that's really fun is that, you know, you can defib people and bring them back up. I assume you will be able to do that here, but will you be able to do it for players that aren't on your team?
No, this is different.
And then will Marathon separate themselves and allow you to defib yourself? That's something that Arc Raiders doesn't do.
Saying that Marathon's going to steal something from someone else, Joe?
Oh, wait. No, they already paid thousands to get over that. It's settled. The art is settled. The vision of Marathon. All right, we're going to give it a chance here. Somewhere in the heavens, somebody opens their eyes.
The Marathon ship is essentially a ship that we sent out from Earth, an Earth that was overpopulated, to explore and colonize a star far away that we call Tau Ceti. In a lot of ways, it's like the tale of humanity trying to go out into the dark void of space, find a place to colonize,
trying to colonize
and
Tau
failing terribly
Ceti.
at it.
Everyone's gone. Something catastrophic happened. And it's not just their absence that's important, it's the things that they left behind.
That's
the modern race.
They said something happened. Everyone's gone.
you know our show, you know what Joe is trying to reference. Don't reference it, Joe. You're very close. You're very
I didn't say anything.
Very dangerous. I've seen no red on these levels. That's
There's
one
red.
thing. Nope, no
I
red.
saw red in the hallway.
I did not.
No, I saw.
So here's the thing. Here's what I believe is about to happen. This is the most story we're gonna get. Everything that you hear today is probably the most you're gonna hear. Now we'll probably have audio logs upon audio logs upon audio logs, and that's if you're lucky. If it's not just text logs, and that sucks. I would be more excited about an extraction shooter if you would mar it with some actual story. Some cut scenes, some mission-specific stuff, some single-player campaign stuff that you can do cooperatively. That would get me excited, and I'd be like, okay, Marathon, I'm excited. Let's see if they announce any of that today. Or if it's just, hey, this is all the background information.
To Tau Ceti all started when a mysterious signal
Or maybe you can
came
find it all
through
on their website.
The galaxy.
The turmoil that sort of
Bungie.
ensues gives rise
Bungie's
to
known
all
for
these
that.
corporations that were invested in this marathon
Well, that was
project.
interesting. What was
now
that?
Going, what
a
happened?
corporation,
How do
Joe.
we recoup our investment?
And then layered on
Put
top
some
of
line.
that is
Water
the
back
greed.
in the fridge.
Not me.
Not me. It wasn't half-drank water. It probably just didn't fill it up from the beginning.
and corruption of all of the different factions and corporations and revolutionary groups.
Whoa, the guy
In our
has
version of the world, we send
pink
people out
flowers from
not
his
just
head.
discover what happened, but also to collect from the things that remain there, and those people are runners.
As a runner, you're a biocybernetic mercenary who's traded their human body for a biosynthetic one.
You're not an unkillable god slayer. You are a mercenary.
Yeah, see,
A disposable mercenary. You will live, you will die.
They are not.
see, that's the thing that I actually don't like. You know, this whole disposable thing, because I don't know if I'll become attached to my character. You know,
You can't.
and he's just like he dies over. No, he's just like a robot that you're transporting your consciousness into Tau Ceti.
You are the person. You go into that shell and adopt the personality matrix.
You're a shell.
That is specifically designed to help you do the thing that you need to do. And you've been hired by these factions to come to Tau Ceti to scavenge it for anything that might be of value.
As a runner, you've left your body behind.
Ooh, you got flanked.
You've traveled light years so that you can have access to the ultimate payday.
With extraction shooters, it is all about survival. There are other people who want the same things that you want, and it's up to you to best them.
But there's quiet periods where you're listening for the anticipation of something. Could there be another?
One of the things that the extraction shooter genre needs to get right absolutely is sound design. If you have a 10 out of 10 sound design like Arc Raiders have, if you have good sound, not 10 out of 10, but good sound like Arena Breakout Infinite, now we're talking. So you got to really listen here. I'm hearing the rain. I know it's not like that great. Arc Raiders rain sounds better, but you're going to want footsteps. You're going to want 3D audio, spatial audio, so you can detect where the enemies are at, especially in solos, if they plan to do solos. So let's see.
In the distance.
Turn
Did
this
I
up.
just hear a gunshot? Did I hear AI just alert? And then there's the
I'm
loud,
not really
bombastic
sure.
action moments where the minute
That's
something
good
is
music.
alerted,
That
the
just,
minute
or
you're
good sound design. That just sounds like normal shit to me.
in that fight, now it's go time.
Generic shit. No. It's go time, Joe.
Players particularly pose a lot of danger to you. They can make a lot of decisions that you might
Oh, that
find
guy
illogical.
jumped to the
and
side
I don't like
and
the
then he used
guns
his
so far.
shield. Yeah.
Guns just look. Like something from
Sometimes the
Minecraft
best
or
loot box
something.
is
Don't they?
All right, here it is, guys. Here's the interface. Here's where we'll get to see all the awesome items. I opened my inventory and I found a red square pixel, but I got a blue square pixel, clean. I also found another pixel,
Some health.
and then an
some
injector
blood.
as 100 ammo.
You got some Nerf darts. What else we got?
Here, I got implants. I got an orange
Ooh,
implant.
easy. What kind?
Got some big implants, guys. Some very valuable implants. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Joe. It doesn't look very interesting. Maybe in the context of the game, you're like, whoa, I got this wristband. This is really sweet. And then I guess this is the backpack, maybe. Like, I've got a purple backpack instead of a blue backpack, which gives me more space, maybe. So, but yeah, I don't know. Doesn't look immediately interesting.
The player that you see along the run. So there's
and what do I compare it to? I compare it to something like Arena Breakout Infinite, where I can immediately recognize all the items. You can see the really cool ones, like a fucking gold, helmet or a toy car, or cool stuff that you can display in your house once you get back. This game doesn't appear to have any of that.
Well,
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it does.
We'll see.
Maybe you can have a house. But if they're doing this whole your body is sent to Tai Seti, it doesn't seem to maybe have that. But we'll see.
a longer run.
Or your mind
So there's
is
a
sent
few
to
different ways you can play the game. So one of them is you can play in group, both with your friends and also through crew.
Okay, here you'll get a little summary. I was hoping for quads. I just like to add one person because we suck so bad, you, me, and Alex. If we can add Zero, who's our ringer, that'd be great. But all right, fine. We're going in with trios. It looks like is the maximum trios, and then maybe singles, maybe duos. But maybe they'll eventually add quads if they don't have it already. So you can see how much value you're bringing in. She's bringing in 16,000. He's bringing in 18,000. This motherfucker is going crazy. And it's 26,000.
Yeah, I'm not going to use anything. Free loadouts.
Oh, no. I will lose my pixel gun.
So now we know that
Free loadouts.
OJ's going to be coming in with $7 every mission.
$7. $7, friend. Joe's going to come in with the fucking standard-ass pistol. Going to make me
knife.
quit. Welcome to Tau Seti 1 of 2. So I guess that is the mission that she is. It's alerting your friends to, hey, what is this guy going to want to do? The dude is on Big Robot, still Robot. The other guy is one Bob's trash is another Bob's treasure. And so they're hopefully throughout that you'll probably be able to ping that so that when you're playing with randoms, you'll know that you can go somewhere. Looks like the interface has some currency here. Clearly, probably paid currency, normal currency, and then tokens of some kind. Let's see.
Phil, which will just match you with 2 other players. You can play solo, and you'll jump into a game with a bunch of other solo players.
In solo, I think the stakes are a bit higher.
2-mode
right?
solo
you have
trio.
only yourself to rely on.
You still have proc strat, so you can call out to other solos, but you are playing a tense alliance game where it's really up to them whether or not they decide to honor or respect that alliance.
They're like, hey, we do arc raiders too. We got proximity chat. So they're trying to pull in arc raiders because they saw how successful that social experiment is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to have the same effect. I think the enemies, because people have played this one and we've seen them and we've seen people play on, and everybody's seen it on stream. The enemies don't seem as interesting as the Arc Raiders enemies. The world is as interesting. So are people going to be screaming out, friendly, friendly to each other? I think it's going to happen less so here in this community, but we don't know. Maybe it will.
They're created.
It's all about figuring out what's your investment, what's your stake, when to get in, when to get out, and when to kill the other guy. Being good at Marathon is like playing poker with guns.
Or Arc. Why don't they say Arc?
One of the things we've really focused on
like playing
is
poker
making
with guns.
sure the
It's like playing Arc, but in first person.
I suck at poker.
You want to hit with the game.
We've brought a little
I don't know
bit
how
of
to play
groundedness, a little bit of grit, a little bit of darkness, a
Oh,
little bit
dude, you got grit and darkness?
Grit darkness?
of that
I don't see
mood that kind of is necessary for an extraction shooter to feel dangerous.
Our biggest goal has always been player immersion.
There it is, audio director. All
We're
right.
trying to keep everything as believable and realistic as possible.
So we cranked up all the material responses, feel accurate, feel realistic. You'll get gloss, you'll get crud and mud. And no one of those things is all that sexy, but when you layer in just a little bit more, responsive to light, a little bit more responsive to the player, things will part, water will pool,
Whoa,
layer in all these
he
different
has
things.
deformation
The world
on the
becomes
mud, Joe. Did
much
you
more
see?
alive. It feels like a real place. And then when you're feeling like a
Defecation.
real place and you feel
No breathing.
in danger. Now your run matters.
Dynamic lighting, Joe. Look at the lighting. You're in the swamp.
I look back at some of the alpha shots, and it's kind of hard to tell when it's sunny or when it's rainy. Weather feels like weather now. But like when it's sunny, you get this really nice like bleaching effect. It feels bright. It feels like warm
I do like
when
the
it's sunny.
biomes. I'll give them that. The biomes in the background. What do they call it? The
Now, I feel like we're just celebrating that color so much more. I think it just contributes to the whole effect.
So we have dead bodies in the game now. We also have like decay on the runners.
What? Wow! Alex! Joe! They got dead bodies now! Now, we didn't have it before, but we was listening to your feedback and we put dead bodies. Oh my... Whoa!
They're like, this
Go back.
They said this world feels empty.
Monumental.
Like, we could just put dead bodies. It doesn't look so empty.
This world feels empty. Yeah.
Dead bodies. Just throw some in
dead
there.
bodies in the game now. We also have like decay on the runners themselves. Like you'll actually see them fall apart. We're actually dropping the body.
God,
the body
they're falling
stays
apart.
there, and the body slowly decays over time as you loot it.
So you come into a room and you see a bunch of carnage, but you see one body is still pristine. You know that their killer is probably close, and you are not safe. If everybody is just a messy goop.
Hey! All right. Give you credit.
Okay.
That's cool.
You're probably okay.
I like that.
Or to be camping next to dead
Audio is a
bodies.
huge gameplay component in Marathon.
Yeah, that's what
Every
some people
sound
do.
plays a
And
function.
now you're tipped off a little bit to be a little more careful. That was like shit. What happened to immersion? Is it just me or is the graphics just awful? Like, look at the way the water connects to and the fucking low tech. I mean, look at this shit. What? Why does this look like this is from 2000? Okay, that's a little too far. 2012. That's what it looked like. 2012.
Oh, you mean when Bungie was great?
Yeah, that 2012. Some of it looks good, and then some of it looks bad. I guess maybe
Push
you
ups
can
tell
control.
players everything.
We're hearing running.
It's telling you what is the type of threat that's around you. Where are they at? Are they above you? Are they far away? Are they close by? So if I'm in bioresearch and I hear a particular material type, I know, hey, they're on the second floor and they're in this room. Our hero is the world.
A material
So we're
type?
constantly trying to figure out where can music help reinforce what is the vibe and intent of this place.
There was the discussion about the interaction between score and sound design.
Oh
and I
my
wanted to create
God!
a score that wasn't just like
Ryan!
instruments you've heard before. The job was, how can I make what I'm seeing this?
It's like the dude from the fucking what's his name?
What you talking about?
Zoolander's villain.
Mugatu.
That big tall guy. Yeah. Mugatu.
Race to survival even more nervous and even more terrifying or even more thrilling.
It looks like my mom has them glasses to the devil. Hey, you get my mom's glasses back. Graveyard without
We have
headphones.
4 zones, and each one of those zones has its own sort of approach to kind of level design and what it asks players to kind of think about and do. You're going to start with perimeter. You're kind of on the outskirts of the colony. It's a little more spread out. You got a little bit more areas to be safe and to sneak around, but it's also a little more straightforward.
It really brings this sense of scale. It sits like in our fantasy as expansion site for the colony on the very edges of where they had settled on Tau Ceti. UESC are also there trying to understand what has happened and secure the area. Death is a part of Marathon.
They float
It
around
happens
like
a
they're-
lot, even
they're
on
lifeless
perimeter,
floaters.
which we talk about as a
Like zombies.
more friendly zone to new runners. You are still gonna die a lot.
You're gonna die a lot.
Attention, unauthorized runner. You are trespassing in a military.
Oh no, we're
security zone.
trespassing.
It was really important to us that the UESC were not trivial to fight.
When you face them on Tau Ceti as a runner, you are the outlaw. You are trespassing.
They have a little bit of this haunted tone. So you can see they have this floating locomotion, they get these sparks, they have these sigils over their faces. Sometimes their behavior feels almost like they're possessed a little bit, like are they taking in commands from a remote AI? The elite tier is sort of like this dark blue. The mini-boss tier is more like a lilac. The boss tier is just gonna be dipped in red.
Lilac.
They have these tendrils that
Red.
latch out and leech onto you and start sucking away at your consciousness.
Oh my god, the fucking leeches were getting sucked off by balls.
You're getting into Marsh.
crazy.
You're starting to understand something bad happened.
Well, that was cool. I was thinking that these robots are just gonna be shooting bullets at you, and it's gonna kind of just be so standard and boring. I like to see something else. So hopefully, most of these enemies will have unique attack patterns. I throw sus on it, but there's a little bit here and there. If you can take that dial and dial that shit up, I'd be more excited. Dire Marsh.
You're getting into Marsh. You're starting to understand.
Okay, these are the maps. So they talked about perimeter, and now we go to Dire Marsh, swamp.
Bad happened here, and you're seeing signs of that in a way that wasn't apparent on perimeter.
On Dire Marsh, we've got the anomaly. And it's this strange alien entity that has erupted up out of the ground.
You're really feeling signs that this is more of an epicenter of where things went wrong on this colony.
It's got a different style of gameplay. It's more like a central complex that is rich with overlapping areas and regions that you can find yourself kind of bleeding from one encounter to another.
It's a great map to go in when you just want some action, and you're gonna need somewhere to farm.
Each map has different weather systems.
Spider
it
bomb.
has different dynamic events that can happen, and your
That's
approach
cool.
to them is
I
never
guess
going
it's like
to be
another way to do a
consistent.
homing
One of the
grenade.
needs that the design team thought that we should have is more challenging PvE activities.
Each of our zones has these bigger events that don't happen every session, but when they do happen, you'll know they're happening.
Like the way that looks.
Okay, some events. I like that. I'm curious, what is this event? So in Arc Raiders, you have multiple events. You got a queen, you got the matriarch, you got electromagnetic storms, you've got night time, you've got caches that you can find out in the open, so the value goes up. You've got lush, so fruits go up. Is Marathon just going to copy all that and go, okay, we got night, we got storms, we got, okay, but right now we've got a big floating pixel square, and it puts out, I guess, a alien laser blast, but it doesn't look like something that players can team up and fight. Maybe we can be teleported up in here. Let's see if they say anything about it.
Building these types of events into the world shake up your run and make you decide, like, what do you want to risk?
Oh no. Did you see that? I'm willing to bet that all this does is just empower the current enemies on the map and just make them a little bit more powerful and annoying to fight.
Up your run.
Nothing creative like, whoa, let's go up there and fight. That would be cool if we could go up there.
And make you decide, like, what do you want to risk?
Nothing. Nothing.
Then you get to Outpost.
Map 3.
An Outpost is a more functional, thriving UESC facility. There's scan drones flying overhead, the UESCs everywhere.
Oh my God,
there's
hornets and
tripwires,
wasps.
There's a weather hazards. It's a lot of stuff that you're up against from the get-go.
Outpost is a smaller map, but it's also a lot more vertical. It's built around a specific building that we call the pinwheel.
This is just this meat grinder of a structure that's like a corkscrewed building that has nooks and crannies and hallways, and it just becomes a real, real cluster when you're in there fighting.
So Stellamonte.
Can't see that.
Oh.
The floor is raised on Outpost and nothing is free.
So one of the things that would get me more excited is the variety of guns. So one thing that Destiny had was a good variety of guns, and I'm hoping that Bungie can carry that over. So as long as you have a lot of guns, which, Arc Raiders doesn't have a lot of guns, and they don't have a lot of good guns as you go up in rarity, the guns kind of get worse. That's one thing that I think that Bungie could be like, hey, let's do that, but way better. So far in this trailer, I've probably seen about 5 or 6 already. So you're almost reaching the amount of guns that Ark has. If you can double that and triple that, that's another thing I'd be excited.
Yeah, I don't like the way they look. It just looks.
Yeah,
very...
I get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I don't like the gun design.
The
There might be
pinwheel
some
some of the
there.
best loot
These look like
opportunities.
toys.
Yeah, everything.
Nerf guns.
But it's noisy. Players are going to know you're doing it, so there's extra risks.
The character you're going to spend the most time with is the zones. Understanding each personality of every zone. That's the storytelling every player gets.
Every time you're on the planet, you can look up
Don't
and
say
see.
the story that you get is the level. Because
That's what they said. That's what they said.
That's some lazy ass shit. That's every fucking game. That's just
What happens if I don't
marketing
like
nonsense.
But if I don't like the level, then I won't like the story.
That's true. That's true.
The
'Cause
ship
the
floating and
colors
moving
are
in
just
the
like
skybox.
all over the place too.
Yeah.
Reminding you of why this place even exists, but also reminding you that something up happened here.
Whoa, something
and you gotta
fucked
figure out
up.
what it was.
Tai Seti 6.
Marathon has a lot of loot in it. It's a huge pie. There's a ton of different implants at every rarity. There's a ton of different runner cores.
Oh, here we go. Implants. Runner cores. So, implants and cores are going to be the things that we're searching for. Shield rarity, guns, and then I think these are attachments.
Yeah, they are.
But again, this looks like shit. I mean, it's like a key card. Oh, okay. I guess this is the scope. This is the chip in the gun that maybe controls fire rate. And then I guess these are supposed
implants.
to be
At
attachments.
the bottom.
Yeah, implants and cores. We've got a
Leg,
ton of stats
chest.
here. Wow. Ping duration. Wow. We're okay. We're gonna gamify the amount, the length of time that your ping lasts in the game world for your allies to see. I don't know if I like that. Fall resistance, firewall. So maybe there's hacking. You can be hacked. Hardware, I don't know. Revive speed, obvious. Finisher siphon. Self-repair speed, obvious. Tactical recovery, probably stamina rebuild. Prime recovery, okay, one of those is stamina rebuild. I don't know the other. Melee damage. I doubt many people are going to go for melee builds, but that would be another area that Marathon could succeed in over, say,
Stealth
Arc
into melee.
Raiders or Arena Breakout Infinite. If you make melee combat a viable option, I don't know, Wolverine claws, shields, and nightsticks. Now, is that something that happens in Destiny 2? Is melee builds a thing that they've managed to learn how to do and master? I remember initially, no. So you're going to have to tell me because I don't play that no more. So, but that could be another thing that's interesting. So we got to remember these things that I've called out that could be interesting. Loot speed makes sense, agility, and heat capacity. And I guess perhaps with all the things you're installing on your character, these will go up or down.
For each runner, there's over 400 weapon mods. Like, it's just an outlandish number of items to collect.
There's going to be a really interesting period of discoverability where players...
But I wonder, I guess, are 400 weapon mods going to be able to go on all weapons or just certain weapons?
sort of figure out what are the pieces that I have available to me, how do I get them, and how do I put them together into something that's awesome.
Going to be certain weapons, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So then that limits the amount of attachments per gun.
You can go through and look at how many iconic weapons have come from.
So if we have, 4 gun types, let's say sniper rifle, shotgun, assault rifle, and SMG, now you have 100 attachments for each.
Bungie. And it's something that we
But some
really
could
want to
get
hold up
crossover.
and make sure that we're matching that legacy.
Then how do you fucking balance something like that? That's what I'm wondering. A lot of companies will pre-balance guns and attachments, but if you do a modular system like that, it might turn into a nightmare.
They're all really, really distinct and clearly marathon, but we wanted animation-wise a majority of them to feel recognizable. So when you put them in your hands, you knew how to use them.
Mods will basically allow you to increase certain stats on the guns, that battery SMG. The gold mod, full-blown, turns it into the needlet. The sidearm is a gun
you can't say that.
Is effective in close quarters, but maybe
Microsoft
not
coming
too
at me.
much outside of that.
They're like, we made the needler, we can make it.
But the gold mod on this gun puts a suppressor on it, and then when I kill something with this gun, I turn invisible. And then that lends it to other build crafting if I want to sort of stack.
Okay. Another positive thing I'd like to call out is the gold mods or the loot that you're searching for do really interesting gameplay things. Right now, say Arc Raiders, what do we have? We have a fucking
splitter.
One attachment stock that increases some stats and worsen others. We have the anvil splitter that only Joe's found in fucking 300 raids I've
Not
been
gonna
on.
use it.
And
Never gonna use
sucks. It splits the shots into work, and so that's a weakness that Bungie could balance. They have probably more staff and more resources in order to do that. So that makes me excited. What do you think about that?
I actually don't like the idea of I like subtle little things, but the problem with some of the haymakers is it totally feels bad when you lose.
You're worried about balance.
Because some guy found something that instant kills everyone in the building because he found the gold.
And that is
dude
the
at
danger.
it. And so that's the problem you have with some of these things, because you want there to be balance, and you already introduced 500 variables, and now you're talking about a haymaker variable.
I can see, the meta just being really annoying in this game, where it's like everybody is using the stealth, bullet that turns you into stealth, because once you kill one person, you have two other people to kill, and if you go invisible, then that's fucking powerful. How powerful are these things? And then do we really want to chase meta and everybody's using the same shit over and over? Well, you got to find it first. So the rarity might help with that, and you kill the people that are using it, you get it, you feel like a badass for a while, but that's what ties into exciting loot. So that gives me a small amount of hope that, and so as long as they put multiple haymakers, mini haymakers, that's the power balancing, either nothing's overpowered or everything's overpowered, and I would prefer everything's overpowered rather than nothing.
Into how invisible can I be?
It didn't
Even some
appear as
weapon
if you
mods
could
can
see 'em.
improve stats and your runner shell's capabilities. So there's lots of different ways to raise the floor of your stats so that you're coming into each run strong.
I guess those are the implants. What the fuck? What the fuck did that just do?
Was that raising?
Did it raise them from the dead from the distance? Yeah. A double defib. Holy fuck. Range
Runner shells
res.
are a
That
bioprinted
is
body
so
that
powerful.
you inhabit when you go down
I'm just
to
gonna
Tau Ceti
choose
to
that
scavenge
class
the
every
ruins of the
time.
Lost Colony. Each of our launch shells is really an archetype of gameplay. So if you want to play like a frontline tank,
oh no,
if you want to play a rat
See,
character,
that's what I have a problem with when they're limited to just that. You know what I mean? Where you have to play that class over and over. I would have preferred if you could mix and match implants and create your own kind of customizable thing. But again, balance. But I would definitely go with ranged res.
for the ones to sneak around. If you want to find those rats, we have a shell for you.
Okay.
The idea there is like have a broad spectrum that everyone can kind of find a little bit of a home to, and then we're going to build on top of that.
Cores and implants mold the kit into a playstyle that you want.
So examples of those are like on.
So let's real quick go back to one of these. Bionic leg upgrade version 4. So I'm assuming this is one of the highest you can get. It's probably one more level above it. But Frenzy Matrix. Defeating a hostile increases your tactical ability recharge rate and sprint speed for a short time. So if you kill somebody, you go faster. Your self-repair speed goes down, but your agility goes up by 50, and your finisher siphon, which I guess is knocking somebody on the ground, maybe, knocking them out, goes up. Yeah, speed is always key. I mean, that would be powerful in Arc Raiders. If you're moving faster than your enemy, you're more than likely, if you're a good player and you know how to aim, you're more than likely going to win that gunfight.
So examples of those are like, on Thief, I get a second grapple. On Destroyer, I pull out my Riot Barricade, and as it takes damage, it's actually converting that damage into shield back to me.
And these can be used in combination with each other to shift the gameplay style of your runner kit.
At any point you feel like you don't want to risk any,
gameplay style.
This one looks like a legendary one. Prestige leg implants. Yeah, so version 5. So there's 5 rarities, it looks like. Unique trait. Deal damage to nearby hostiles after a long fall. So you have a ground pound. Frenzy Matrix. Defeating a hostile increases your tactical ability recharge rate and sprint speed. This one's really good. And this is a leg implant. So you go 20 faster. Your melee damage goes up, and your fall resistance goes up. So you're going to have people jumping, and on that vertical map, that sounds like it would be
Must need.
But notice, guys, the stats. What happened to all the fucking stats that they had on that one character?
They're dead. Okay,
Bro,
this is some different.
if you went up, if this was your character and you were going up against the previous character they showed, you'd be fucking dead. What
But
the
you can
hell?
take fall
This is
damage.
probably where everybody starts off, right? With 5, 0, 10.
The starting has to be much higher than this, because otherwise new players have 0 chance to do anything in
That's
this game.
crazy. I wonder if this is alpha or beta or something, and I just don't know.
They got sat on a grenade and maybe all their shit's broken.
Yeah, fuck.
Of your runner kit.
At any point you
That
feel like you
looks
don't want to risk it.
Unless this person was already hurt and had their shield down and had already taken a ton of damage, I'm gonna be pissed if you one shot the. I don't know if this is a player. Hopefully it's an NPC and not a player. I think that's a player.
They go into.
At any point you feel like you don't want to
Maybe
risk
they're already
anything, or maybe
bleeding.
you're
It
down
does
on
look
your
like
luck
it's
and you
blue.
want
Does
in
it look
front of
like
them.
he was bleeding?
Maybe.
The little trails in
Oh,
front
I
of them.
see what you. Yeah, maybe.
Because then there's more
At any
blue
point
there.
you feel like you don't want to risk
Maybe he was
anything, or
already
maybe
hurt.
you're down on your luck and you want the opportunity to get back, Rook's your guy.
Rook is a prototype runner shell.
It's a mode where we make it easy for you to just kind of drop into a match that's in progress.
Free mode.
And run
Free
about and try
loadout.
to scavenge as much as possible.
Free.
You are going in solo to a run that's already in progress. You don't have a
You
team.
guys are
You
just-
have a very limited loadout.
The run is already in progress. That's something that Arc Raiders did first. Actually, I think there were games that were testing it.
Maybe I did it too.
Yeah, I think maybe I did it as well. Okay, well, whatever. Here's your free loadout.
Well, you can do it too here.
So you can do it too. Get in, get a bunch of materials. This is just earning valuables, earning currency, and then I guess when you go home or you go to the HQ, maybe you could sell this currency. If that part of the game is as strong as some of the other games, that's also something that can make
Gotta get
me
the hub.
hopeful.
Yeah, there needs
But
to be API
you're not
system,
risking
not
Get the
Arc
hub
system.
right.
Arc system's not. very
This
good.
lets you kind of
No, it's not.
Like,
Get
I want to
in,
be able to
grab
set a
a little-
loadout and go, this is how much currency I need, and I can have my favorite loadout, and I don't have to click through 900 things.
One of the other things that's good is having an interactable hub. Like walking around in your own room kind of thing, instead of it just being a screen.
little loot and then bail.
So when you get like a really powerful gun or implant or core, it is unlocking some new space or new challenge that you've never done before, and the loot is helping you reach greater heights.
Chapter 5. Their whispers betray them. Yeah, so far not a goddamn thing has been innovative. Like these are systems that have already been laid out by other companies, and Bungie's just
implants.
Also, if
excuse me, John, there's augments.
Yeah, implants.
Okay.
Now, these are
Yeah, you got
implants.
the big implants.
Faction agents are such a big vehicle for tone and narrative for the world.
Each faction has their own motivations, their own desires, the things they're going to ask you to do.
We've got Traxxas. They're the most powerful corporation in human history. They have very long arms and very deep pockets to kind of get what they want.
So they might ask you
visual is
to
cool.
go and find specific weapons or mods.
Congratulations, runner. Your last performance evaluation was rated on track.
If you're a PvP player, one of the factions is called Arachne. They're essentially a death cult. What that translates to is that they're asking you to go and kill other runners.
The sacred thermodynamics of violence.
Yeah, I mean.
MIDA is all about destruction. They are going to give you grenades, they're going to give you claymores, they're going to let you blow the place up.
And they
got
are
shot twice, he went
irreverent and dangerous. They might ask you to upload this malware into a UESC dropship, and as it leaves,
Looks
it
so
explodes
fucking
and
bad.
careens off into the distance.
We have big plans. Explosive, visionary.
Each of our factions has an upgrade tree that you unlock progressively as you gain reputation with them.
And along the way, you're going to unlock these capstones that are these special upgrades. When you unlock that final capstone, you're gaining access to the best stuff in the market. You're getting gold items.
In addition, these faction upgrades can increase your runner's base stats, and those base stat upgrades are permanent.
Oh no, but I thought you would want to keep all the gold stuff and the high level stuff only findable in to make it rare. You can, so you're telling me if I level my workstation in this instance, or a vendor all the way to the top, I can have legendary stuff just right at the beginning. Like, I'm gonna get fucking creamed if I'm going up against, because the whole thing is, well, I guess maybe there must be some kind of skill-based matchmaking or level-based matching, because they probably wouldn't put a level 100 player against a level 1 player. At least I hope they wouldn't. That would be a disaster.
In addition, these faction upgrades can increase your runner's base stats, and those base stat upgrades are permanent for the rest of the season.
Access denied.
Darius, you know me. Did you miss your last round of maintenance?
Don't search. Don't tick. Don't question.
Darius?
Access denied. Access
Hey, it's
denied.
okay. It's just me.
You're not alone.
The Codex is a suite of achievements, collectibles, audio logs, things that you're finding in the ground
Audio logs.
that we're going to track for you
Yeah.
over time.
Since there's
The more
nothing
you
on the
find
planet
these items, the
except for
more story
robots.
you're unlocking about them and what their role is in the world,
Friend
why they're
mouth.
here, who cared about
Joe, what the hell is that? Can
What?
You,
Burger.
can't you wait to put your mouth on that with me? Just my
Pass.
mouth go here, and then your mouth goes here,
Pass.
and
There's
then
2 burgers in
then
there?
it tastes like meat, isn't? And then we can suck the burger together. You want to
good.
suck burgers together?
I think I'm good.
I can make you guys a burger. You can suck it together.
No.
Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah,
Put
but
it in a
is
fucking
it
blender.
gonna be meat? Because this ain't
Isn't.
I can make mushroom burgers.
No, I'm good.
what their role is in the
meat. What the fuck kind of item is that? That's hilarious. That gives me a small amount of hope. If this does have an in-game function, I'll give you an extra point. I don't think this is gonna have an in-game function. Okay, maybe I should take that back, because it probably, if it does, then I gotta give the game an extra point. Sucking burgers together, Joe. What do you think it does?
Gives you nothing.
Gives you a stamina boost, but it's gonna. Do you think they'll go as elaborate to have an animation in the game with where the character's sucking on it?
Nope.
Or it's just like this little fun little item.
Fun little
You can't
item.
tease that. You can't create something so creative and interesting and goofy and weird and then not have it. This gives me hope for exciting loot. If that loot has special animations and you suck burgers with your friends, don't you fucking tease me and then not let me suck each other's burgers.
talking about them and what their role is in the world, why they're here, who cared about them, why they're as
Oh,
valuable
there's
as they
another piece
are.
of loot.
I'm repeating myself with these entries, but any fears inherent in the scope of this endeavor seem unfounded.
Within the Codex, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can unlock. Runner skins, weapon skins, weapon charms, stickers.
Told you.
A bunch of stuff.
I told
Okay, hold
In
on,
the
hold
Codex,
on.
there's a whole bunch of stuff that
Endeavors seem unfounded.
Within the Codex, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can unlock. Runner skins, weapon skins, weapon charms.
So it's within the codex. What I was excited to hear is that you can find it in the game. But they don't want to make it that easy for you. They're going to make you grind like a motherfucker, you know, certain areas in order to unlock, oh, here's your gray skin instead of a blue skin, you know, for that. And then that way they can control it and do seasons. Hey, there's a new season in the codex that you can unlock this and that.
Stickers.
Or, hey, you can pay for that.
Emblems, backgrounds for your profile.
There's no doubt
and
in my mind.
titles.
All of
So
these
it's
are
everything
paid for.
from your first steps
You'll get
on the-
shitty free ones, sure, in the codex that anybody gets, but then all that is paid.
World of Tau City 4, all the way through to becoming a vid master and taking on the most extreme challenges.
Oh wow, Joe! I can't wait to get the motherfucking pink. Did you see that?
First steps on the World of
That
Tau
was
City
really
4,
cool.
all the way through to becoming a vid master and taking on the most extreme challenges.
Oh man, I can't wait to get the pink backpack clip attachment.
Yeah, it looks real good.
And that I can unlock at level 27 for free.
Are we playing that long?
But if you want a cool looking one, like this Knight Rider router that I used to have, what is it called? A Nighthawk?
Nighthawk?
Yeah. Then you got to pay me $10, please. $15, please. They are waiting.
Let them wait.
The marathon ship is the hardest place to survive in this game. And if you're not ready to take your best stuff, well, you're not going to survive.
They're showing off the
Your best
marathon
stuff
ship.
in this
Okay, I
game.
guess this was the final map.
this
Didn't
game.
it? Did it say map? Doesn't say map 4. There it
The
is, map
marathon
4.
ship is the hardest place to survive in this game. And if you're not ready to take your best stuff, well, you're not
Cryo
going to survive.
archive. Maybe it's just a small part of the ship because the marathon ship is massive.
It's like a heist.
They're
for a
probably going to
runner.
piecemeal the
Cryo
ship
archive
out.
is big in and of itself, but it's also cold. It's also hostile.
It's going to test every aspect of the survival game. Probably going to be forced to run to players in ways you haven't been on other maps. You're going to run into basically every type of environmental threat you have faced before. You're going to fight a who's who of the
That
highest
looks like-
tier UEC
that
units.
looks like a fucking nightmare.
And
I'd
the
never
UEC
fight
are
there.
there in this
You get
presence
shot
you
from all
haven't seen
directions.
before.
It's really cool because each of the vaults is more successively challenging than the next. And that 7th vault is where you both are going to get the coolest thing, but also where you're going to learn the most about what happened to this place.
At some point in your journey in Cryo Archive, you might start wondering if the UAC are there to keep you out or if they're actually there to keep something else in.
Aliens! Nice.
I think the thing that I'm most excited about for Marathon is getting into the hands of our players.
The biggest thing I want people to take away from Marathon is that it still feels amazing. It still feels like it has that spark.
It takes all the aspects that I think Bungie is really good at. First-person feel and gunplay, the super deep, crazy sci-fi lore, and it mixes up all those things together in a really amazing PvP package.
Okay, hold on, but that's not everything Bungie's good at. You just said the gunplay and then the lore. Only there's no story and there's no like lore, like small little bits, and it's barely surface level because you're not gonna do a PvE, you're not gonna do a story mode like Halo. So the storytelling is really bare minimum and lacking effort. and you're like, this is what we're best at. But it's like, are you anymore? I know your gunplay is solid.
Well, the guy already
really
told
comes
you,
down to every
the levels. That's the
single
story.
discipline that's working on the game. The animation
That's
has
where
to be
you
good.
gotta
The
spend most
sound
of the
has to be
time.
good. Everything has to be working.
I could already see where. Okay, hold on. We're almost done.
In harmony.
That's when the controller fades away, the screen fades away. You're just immersed in the world. That is what we're trying to live up to with Marathon.
It is a mad dash. I'm not going to front about that. It's a mad dash to the finish. But
No, don't say that. Don't say I'm rushing
that's
the
when
fucking game out the door.
Extra sweat and
Mad dash. You're not even putting in story or cutscenes or fucking say campaign.
Get this done.
We gotta get this done. Man, they're feeling the pressure from. They are feeling the pressure from Sony.
Dude, what is this? What is it? 5 people in the extract.
They said, look, we're Arc Raiders too. We have a 5-person extract and nobody's killing each other. I wonder if they have emotes. It's like friendly. It didn't look like it. One guy was just bouncing up and down, but maybe we haven't seen all the emotes yet. Looks like that's it. Okay. And then there's the reveal of the date, March. It is right around the corner, guys. They're probably ready to launch now, but they're going to take the next 3 months to polish the fuck out of it. I would hope. And they're going to rush it. They're going to barely make it. It sounds like. What did you guys think of the Marathon reveal? Did it make you less or more excited from the first reveal?
Less.
Holy shit!
This game's not for me. I'm not in love with the guns. They look like toys. They look weird. I don't like the style. I don't like what their whole levels they're doing. Honestly, maybe the gameplay will be fun. The gunplay will be fun, but this is not for me. This is I'm out. If I didn't have to play this for work, I would skip this.
Whoa!
And what is it? $40 now?
Yeah. So the
$40.
other thing that was announced that I guess they didn't put in they smartly did not put in the fucking video, 30-minute video, 20-minute video, and they didn't say, hey, it's $40. And we saw Arc Raiders do it, so we're gonna do it now. And why would we leave $40 on the ground? Even though Arena Breakout Infinite, some of these others didn't do it, we're going to do it. That's a hard ass.
Yeah, and after playing like those two games, Arena Breakout and Arc, I had fun with these, but I played for a little bit. This one I'll probably play for an hour, and I'll be done, honestly.
A few days.
Yeah.
Hours.
Damn.
The world looks dumb. I hate the art style. I like legitimate. Like that looks like a fucking Nerf gun, like a Nerf gun that we made in Roblox or Minecraft, because it's like pixel based. There's even a spaceship that came down that was just a block, and then another like transport ship.
I saw that.
That's just nothing but a block. And I get it. That's what they're kind of going for, like 3D printed world.
For me.
I don't like the look of it. This doesn't look sci-fi to me at all. It looks like a Trapper Keeper from the 90s with all this teal and
Trapper
pink
Keeper
and fuchsia and like ridiculous colors. And maybe the gameplay is going to be fun. I would have loved for them to be like, hey, we heard your feedback from the alpha. These are the things that we're adding. I didn't get any of that. So I think it looks exactly the same as it did before, where I was going to play this game when it came out. I'm not super excited to do so. And I don't know, $40 is a lot for a game that in the market is, a lot of them are free to play, and you have to really be special outside to warrant that $40. And I don't trust Bungie. I don't trust Sony. So you're not giving me a great story. You're not giving me a great art style. You're giving me the same, like, it's a really good gunplay. I think they do gunplay very well, but it's like the same old gunplay. So what is there to be excited about?
Oh, my Lord. My opinion is that did it make me more or less excited? I'm not excited. I'm about the same as where I'm at. Now, remember, guys, this people had already looked at this and kind of rejected it and said, I don't know, this is not looking very good. So I was expecting them to come out here and tell us something new, tell us something different, tell us something innovative. Guys, we've heard your feedback. Here's what we're going to do. None of that. None of that. This was probably just about the most polished reveal of their original content. So basically, they polish the turd, then they say, here is what the turd is, and here's what it looks like. Now, it may not be a turd because it's got the good gunplay that Bungie is known for. That's always fun. And as long as I can hit that good gunplay, that solid gameplay loop that's helped with an extraction shooter, you might be able to just be playing this and have fun, addicted brain off, over and over. But as far as showing me something different, showing me something new, I was disappointed. I wanted them to come out and say, okay, well, we heard your feedback on that, and we are actually doing PvE story. We're going to do a small campaign. It's starting off with a prologue, this and that. They didn't say none of that. It doesn't seem like they're committed to that. It seems like they're committed to their original version, and here's the most polished version of it. And they're rushing to get it out the door. In their fucking promo, they're saying we're desperate to get this and start making money because we're losing lots of money. And I agree with the boys. Unfortunately, when I look at the worlds, I don't immediately think, oh, man, I can't wait to buy that skin. And that's what these companies care about, is you buying their new skins. I'm not going to want to buy jack shit in this world. And that sucks because it's like, look, I don't particularly like steampunk. So if I'm playing a steampunk game and it's harder to get me excited to continue to play the steampunk or buy additional things beyond the $40. I'm just trying to think of a genre. I guess steampunk is the best one that I can come up with. But this is, it's not my style, and it looks kind of, like the boys said, kind of Lego 3D printed, and I'm not a fan of that, So that it already has a upward hill. I think it's cool to look at, and it's like a different visual style, and that's cool, but it's just not for me. Now, maybe that could change when we start playing. The exciting things that I said from the gameplay is the loot. Can they find these very powerful augments and gameplay changing things that make it excited to extract and hunt and loot without breaking the game? So that's number one. Number two was...
Exactly.
I've forgotten. I don't know what else did I said could be exciting. Do you remember?
Sucking meat.
Oh, yeah. Well, that kind of ties into the exciting loot and how much extra effort they're doing. I want to suck meat with my friend, Joe.
Melee. You were talking about build. Melee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Melee build. Yeah. So give a new dimension that extraction shooters haven't seen, because extraction shooters, there's not a melee build in a lot of these games. And so if you got a melee build, that could be interesting. But look at those stats. This is like the most overpowered guy in the game. This better be like a level 100, and he better only go up against other level 100s. Because I swear to God, if I go in the game with 0 and I load up the game and all of these are 0 and I have a legendary, and you saw earlier the legendary only gave me 20 points on one of those, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna feel like I'm shit compared to everybody else.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sweat fest if you're having level 100s versus level 1s, and there's a distinct difference between the two of them. I mean, because it's what's kind of nice about some of these extractions is there's a little bit of a benefit to having like a full loadout. But honestly, like if you get caught with your back turned, even someone in a starter loadout's gonna kill your ass.
So another thing that we saw here was runner shells, and this is something that I don't like. I don't like the hero shooter thing, and this is hero shooter. So we saw one guy does a Hadouken, this other guy does the ranged revive.
Spaghetti Man.
Spaghetti Man.
It's a great movie.
It's an actual movie. Don't watch it.
Yes, watch it.
It's terrible.
Good. It's good.
Or in that case, shooting through smoke that only you can see through. I hate that shit.
Pink
I'm so
smoke.
tired of it. It reminds me of Battlefield 2042, and I don't want to be reminded of Battlefield 2042 and those arena type games. But they're doing it because that's what's popular. Overwatch is popular. Valorant is popular. So in a first-person shooter, is it going to work out? I don't know. How are people going to buy skins? Let's look. Look at what's at the top. What is most important for them?
Money.
Store. That's number one. Number one is store. Number two is runner, which probably ties to the store. Number three is loadout. You're going to go in. Factions is those little missions that you can do for people. Codex is progression, where you can unlock skins and collectibles and stuff while you explore the world. And then season one's probably your battle pass. So you're thinking you're paying $40. Well, I'm sure they're going to have more passes on top of the $40. Yeah. I think that, it didn't do much to kind of change my mind. It was a polished one overall. I think it was better than the first reveal, but it revealed what they already had, which people were kind of tepid on. And then when you put on top of that, hey, we're going to sell this for $40 up front, that makes me a little upset. Other people have already done it, and I said Arc Raiders just barely justifies it. Because of but how many maps are in here? We saw 4 maps, right? Yeah. I think there's 4 maps. That's like Arc Raiders. But how much extra stuff are we going to get? Customization. Are there plenty of free things to unlock? Honestly, Arc Raiders was a little disappointing in that regard. And I think by that token, I think Marathon's going to be disappointing in that regard too. It's like an RPG. When I pay for an RPG, I expect there to be a lot of different
they're gonna have more
suits of
skins, more
armor
charms,
because
more
I'm paying
stickers.
$60 up front. Now, in these free-to-play games, it's fine if you lock off all these stupid stickers and stupid skins behind paywalls because I didn't pay anything. But if I'm paying $40 up front, then I want to have a few things in my inventory already, or shit that's very easy to get to that make me feel like like I'm getting some extra value out of it that I wasn't getting before. And it's just eating away at the value of these types of games. They're just asking for more up front while giving us less up front. 4 maps, when you think of what Bungie has done in the past, this amount of content is pathetic. There's no fucking campaign, story mode, cooperative, interesting thing with the alien. There's 4 maps, and it's a fucking bare bones extraction shooter that they'll add content to as they go along. Bare minimum viable product. Nothing in this made me believe that it would be something more than a bare minimum product. And that's why I don't think very many people are excited about it, because they see this coming from a mile away. So, I don't know. It may have blown the socks off of all the streamers who are going to be able to stream and make money off it, but it didn't blow our socks off. Tell us what you think in the comments down below. And, I think that's it. I think we covered everything pretty well. It really all depends on, do you like the art style? Do you like the world? Is it going to be like Destiny 1 where there's like no story and you have to go online to get the fucking story and read about all this shit? And I just wanted it in the game. And they're going to say, it's there. It's going to be like 1 or 2 little things that they're going to add to slowly and painfully over many years. Right, the map was the story. That was insulting.
And the map was the hero is the other thing you
insulting.
said. The map is the hero and the map is the story.
Yeah. So, bare minimal viable product for $40. Congratulations. Well, we'll see in March. We'll give it a review. We gave Arc Raiders a review. But if you want a free one to see if you like these types of games, we like Arena Breakout Infinite. Get some friends together, play that one. That's free. Or try Arc Raiders if you want to go a little higher than that. But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.
See the comments.
Then let me hit record for the comments down below. Let's see how it's going.
Yeah.
Wow, that is not a lot of views.
Maybe more
in
people
just
viewed
4
on
hours.
PlayStation.
Maybe.
Because it's simultaneously released on PlayStation and Marathon's channel.
Yeah, bro, hitting the G spot on that.
He was
piano.
fucking jiggling it. It's just like, whoa.
The corpse decay thing. That was the coolest part that I saw. But such a small thing. It's like,
I wonder how quick their mods are deleting comments. If
Oh,
they
right.
are.
The soundtrack bangs, great improvements, looks so much better. Miles better. This is exact. But guys, really, you weren't shown the game in full. This kind of looks like they've always had all this stuff. It's just they didn't have a proper way to reveal it. But okay, I mean, if you're into the art style, then I could see how you're like, whoa.
2K downvotes, you said? How many upvotes?
I don't think I mean, that's not accurate anymore. I don't have the.
Well, someone in chat probably has the
Do you have the install? 2K downvotes, and
That's
it's got
decent ratio.
10K up, so it's doing a better job than previously. The decaying body feature is pretty cool. Yeah, that's a more unique thing. Whoever, give that person a raise because some other people hadn't done that yet. Now, does it actually work in the game, and is it meaningful? We'll have to see, but. It looks like Bungie has done it. Boy, their marketing team is going to look at all these comments and be like, we barely had to do anything. We just had to, like, get a good director to hire a 22-minute, gameplay session, and now everybody's, whoa, this is way different. And everybody's like,
yeah.
All we did is remove the stolen art.
All right. Well, that's our opinion. Okay. Well, thank you guys. Tell us what you think in the comments down below. Okay, bye.